really want to go ahead with them, I need to pay for that. But then this one, Clemson University, it's free. I know Michigan Tech is also free application fee for all graduate programs. And then Iowa, I already have acceptance there. They have a fee, $100, but it was waived for me. So this pretty much everything about my application is here. So I can track everything easily. So if I go to, say, I copy this link from the application portal and put it there. So this is my dashboard. Right? This is my dashboard. If I want to start, if you go to the department itself, you're going to see apply now or something apply. So it's just a smooth process. If I go to maybe finish my application, it's just typing things like your previous education, your experience, certain things you just need to click, which semester you want to come in, which email, and just basic information. Who are the persons going to recommend you, fill in the name, their position, their email address, and the system automatically sends a mail to them, requesting them and explaining how they would send in a recommendation. Citizenship, these are basic information, and they will on this portal, you can then submit your statement of purpose and other documents, SOPs or writing samples, and that will be all for this application. This one requires $50, but then on Monday, I'm going to write them a mail asking for a waiver. If they don't, I'll go ahead and pay. And that's that for the school. So it's same thing for all schools. Like I have all of the schools I'm applying to put in that one slide where I'm able to manage everything. If I go to another school, this is Colorado. The process is simple. Like if you have all your documents ready, in less than 20 minutes, you will fill up the whole thing and submit. The process is straightforward for most schools. Okay, just look at the documents required now. I've not added my institutions yet, both current and previous. And these are all of the things I'm required to fill. Or places for attachment, diversity statement, and yeah, it will just be a question of uploading something. Yeah, choose file, upload. So the process is simple for every school, but then you need to take time. Like I've put more than 80 hours into finding a program, finding programs, right? From a pool of, say, 20 schools, I narrowed down to 6 to 4, and I just have 4 schools I'm applying to. I already have 2 admissions fully funded, waiting. So I'm applying to 4 more, so that in the end, I'll choose which one I want to go to. And that will be on the basis of the program itself, the facilities, and which city I want to spend the next 3 to 4 years. So that's pretty much, I would say, but it's deliberate. You need to spend time to get the information that will be useful to you and then put it in a manner that you can manage, because there's a whole lot of information out there. So it's on you, however you want it. But then there's support around people. There are people willing to help. Like I've reached out to a lot of people. And let me even say that before I got to US here, the person who shared this opportunity with me, I had never met the person, right? like it was on Facebook. I saw that someone was admitted into a school, and it looked like, oh, this sort of program I'm also interested in. I reached out, asked, and the person was kind enough to share the information. And let me also say that that person who shared that information with me got to the US on account of Edo's generosity, because Edo too made sure the person got to the US, and somehow we're friends on Facebook. I reached out and I got help. So we're meeting for the first time in the US at the airport to welcome me. So it doesn't hurt if you reach out to people. If strangers can be of help that much, how much more for people you already know? Some persons have friends who have traveled abroad, but they are either shy of asking them stuff, or they feel that they may not attend to them, or they've gone way too high and they can't be reached, or stuff like that. It's not a way of, it's not a good approach to life. I've reached out to people. Not everyone will respond to you, but the few who choose to genuinely reach out to you, I mean, you can access help from them, and it doesn't hurt. Once it adds value to what you're looking for, I mean, that's the way to go. So I'll stop there for now, and if there are questions, I think my responses would be in line as well. Thank you.
Okay.
So I can stop sharing my screen.
Good job, Felix. Good job, Felix.
Thank you.
So good at what he does. So, before we check the chat, I have my question goes like this. So when you applied, I know you said it's a little bit different from the sciences. I don't know if you were called for interview or they just reviewed your documents, or
Okay, yeah. Well, I haven't been interviewed. I wasn't interviewed for the master's, and I also wasn't interviewed for the 2 admissions I got for PhD. Yeah, so my documents were sufficient for admission.
Okay.
Though in one of the universities, Utah, I spoke repeatedly with students and then the program coordinator, but those were not interviews. They were just to brief me of interactions, and
okay,
it's not a stressful process. Once you know what you're looking for and you put a strong foot on the ground, they know that you're adding value to them. So and you don't sound like you're begging them. Like, try to push your personality forward and what experience you are bringing on the table first.
Yeah. Another question I want to ask you is that when you were back home, did you make other applications, or you just made one and you were successful, or did you have others, because this process sometimes people may be making effort without success and all of that. Do you have that kind of experience? That's one. Then secondly, did you use an agency to apply for you, or did you apply by yourself? So I would like you to please throw more light on these 2 areas.
Okay, well, I had attempted repeatedly to go to South Africa twice. My visa was rejected. I was denied. And then I tried once to go to Germany. Then I tried the last attempt before coming to the US was at University of Helsinki in Finland. And then I stopped applying for a while. Of course, all along I was busy doing business and some other projects. So it wasn't like I paused the things that I was doing to go to school. Kind of, yeah. I was busy, like I was making my applications, and in the midst of all the rejections, I still had hope that someday something would happen. But then the one that got me to the US, I made one application to one school in the US.
Wow.
So yeah, like I got information about Missouri University of Science and Technology, technical communication, and I knew like with the website, I knew everything about the website. I knew everything about the professors in the department, and
You read, you
I was,
studied, you
yeah,
read,
yeah,
you took time.
exactly. Yeah, it took time. I was convinced that if they needed just one person in the department, that would be me. So it wasn't a good approach. Like normally you want to spread your eggs in different baskets. For me, it was just one basket. So I guided that basket jealously and put in all
Okay.
to have that. Yeah.
And I'm particularly happy that you graduated from BSU. One of I mean, it's not too long ago, somebody asked me that they graduated from BSU, or is it Uniagric? I can't remember, one of the universities in Makurdi, and were they eligible to apply? I was like, come on, every university is a university, degree is degree. So no
Sure.
degree is inferior to any degree. So yeah.
Yeah, and let me also add that once you have a good background, either work experience or that you have a good first degree, you don't even need to apply for a master's. Straight from first degree, you're applying for PhD.
Yes.
In fact, those persons who are coming for graduate programs that I've been advising, like I tell them that there's no point going for a master's except if you want to go for work after school. But if you are really interested in research and you have good results, apply straight for PhD. One, PhD offers more funding, right? They pay stipends are much higher. And then masters, not all programs, master's programs are fully funded. Sometimes you have a deficit to take care of. Like I currently do now, I have a deficit I take care of, which is just about 26% of the total burden for that program. But I say, once you have good results, PhD straight is open in all schools.
Yeah,
Because
and
they
just
usually
to
come with
add
funding.
and just to add to, or to buttress your point, I think in the US, PhDs are usually better. If you are looking at applying for masters, the first option I will give you is to look towards a PTDF scholarship, especially if you are in the sciences. If you are in the sciences, you can look in that direction, because PTDF scholarship is just 1 year in the UK, and then that will help you to build capacity, and you can sail from there. But chances for masters in the US, they are usually very slim. So you need to do extra effort. I'm sure when I was reading Felix CV, you guys heard it. It's a lot. You really need to distinguish yourself to get a master's scholarship in the US. But PhDs are usually easier to get. Yeah, so that's the difference. And then we're also talking about the Russian scholarships for masters. Those are very wonderful. Our next speaker will talk about that. So yeah, so you have lots of options to choose from. So let me let Felix to round up. There was a hand up. I don't remember the name. Somebody raised a hand. Can you speak up? Or type your question in the chat.
Hello, good evening.
Well, I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Can you let us see you? Can you unmute? Yeah. Can you show us your video? Because you are not showing your name. We're seeing Samsung. Who is Samsung? You should use your names when you are joining the meeting, please. iPhone, when you are joining courtesy, you are seeing our names, so we should also be able to see your names.
Okay. Yeah, we can see the face.
Sorry about that. I thought in with my name initially.
Okay.
What's the definition of a good grade in school? Does somebody that graduates with a 2-1 on a scale of 5, but he has 3.7 something or 3.8? Is that a good score for somebody to use in applying for the person's PhD?
Before you answer, what's your name, please? Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Bubwa Anod Kumar. Yeah, I'm from Benue State.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Felix?
that's